I mean, how many have you put on?
Dude, we got 580.
580, and how many followers do you have after that?
153.
That's it?
I'm doing something wrong there.
That's not many, man.
I know.
Let me see how many videos I've got. I have 133 subscribers and 200 videos.
Look at this.
That's a really cool setup.
It's my house. Fuck, bro.
Oh shit.
I've just gone financial insolvent by hosting these events, but it's getting them figured out.
And you just go in. Well, I guess property in Wellington's much cheaper than it is in the United States in San Francisco.
Stuck with 2 apartments. It's a long story.
Wait a second, you got 2 apartments?
I got fucked.
Well, no wonder you need a job. Like, you're a.
Look at this. Yeah, ready? This is accidentally timed.
Hmm.
Ready?
Yeah, sure. It's pretty crazy. So we can have somebody. Oh, shit, man. See, there it is.
Well, you're not. Are you live right now?
Yes, of course I'm live right now.
You have to fucking answer. What's going on, chat? Wait.
Nobody's watching.
Is this YouTube or Twitch?
It's YouTube, but nobody watches.
Yeah, sorry.
No. No, as I said, like I'll come back and I'll have like 10 views, like after a year or something. Like that.
Which category are you in?
I don't know if is there categories?
There's categories.
I don't know how categories work. No. How does that work?
Go to view.
From here?
See, and then go to. Why the fuck is your category?
There's OBS.
Yeah, but are you streaming on Twitch?
No, I'm streaming on YouTube.
Oh, on YouTube, right? Never mind.
Yeah.
There's a real category.
That looks good. The camera's kind of fucking. It's retro.
Well, I have other cameras that'll hook up to it.
Yeah.
So like, I have this one. I use Droid Cam. I use Droid Cam.
What is it? A fucking Android controller?
Yeah. Well, kind of. So. Yeah. So there's a Droid.
What is this little ephemeral terminal you just popped? How did you do that?
Oh no, it's my own window manager that I built.
And you can just pop little.
Yeah. So essentially, I'll do this. Open this one up. With as I said, I'm a fairly technical person.
Yeah,
It's been my problem. 167 to connect, and then that should be okay. Then so here's the other camera, and so now with this one, I get a much higher quality. See? And I can move it around. Now this thing becomes the.
It's good latency too. Is that on Wi-Fi?
Yeah, it's a total Wi-Fi.
Right.
So yeah, there it is.
Interesting.
And so from here, I can get the audio if I want to. Well, I didn't do it right, but yeah, generally speaking, do different kinds of. No. Did it wrong. I don't know. I don't know how to switch it to the other camera. Oh, fuck. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'll combine this thing and then I'll combine the other one.
Pop it on another layer.
Yeah, like this.
And then hack away on the hardware or something to do the.
Well, not only that, but using this thing, you can also then throw in a screen on top of it if you want to. So then I can do, video capture of the screen. Window capture, that's it. Then I do that. And I do, where's the full screen? And continue, I'll eventually get this thing working. Is it pipeliner? Display capture, that's it. And then I do this. And then I move that thing down the stack. And yeah, so I can just, damn, this is upside down. And the nice thing about this is you can zoom in like that.
Nice.
So you've got what do you have?
What is this called?
Oh, this is OBS.
No. What is your channel called?
Oh, I don't know. You can fucking, I don't know. It's called Christopher Mackenzie 6. I don't know. I could probably get a better name for it.
Mackenzie 7167.
Yeah, you try that. That's me. Yeah, that's me. There, it's alive. Oh wow, another one. Fantastic.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah, sure.
Fuck, we're almost cousins on here. We've both got a large amount of videos and the same amount of, or very similar amount of subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
We're both in the same grind. Look,
Yeah.
I'm 20 up, but I'm also like 200 more videos along.
Oh, this one was actually really quite popular, the Michael Jackson one. So I wrote a video processing thing,
Yeah.
and so it does frame by frame processing. You do different kinds of things with it, and so you end up. So it's a frame matching, and if you go midway through, it's only about 2 minutes long, but you can actually see. It's this really sort of weird glitchy thing. Yeah, but this took a long time to do. I mean, like, well, the technology took like, 5 or 6 days to write, and then the actual processing of the video took like 2 more additional days. So.
We just saw on the comrades fucking.
Yeah, I mean, 12,000 views is not terrible
That's great.
for that. Yeah, but it's
Fuck yeah.
if you go back, it actually there's an interesting thing when the vocals come on. So what is it? Yeah, so right. Okay, so right, so yeah, so I was able to make him like disappear. But the interesting part about him disappearing is that when you put the frames on top of each other, you still see the outline silhouette of him.
Sure.
So there,
Yeah.
like some kind of weird invisible man effect.
Right.
And the determination of what to do with these types of things, so the actual prompting was all LLM based. So this is just an 8B Quinn model from Free Olama, just making decisions on what to make the prompt. so when it says it looks like AI slop.
So married it together in a second. That was good.
Yeah, exactly. So because it changes its decisions, it makes all these weird choices, and so it says, oh, let's do Simpsons. Oh, let's try Legos. Oh, what if I do this? What if I do that?
Fucking hell, right in there.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, right there. Isn't that great? Yeah. And so just for one or two frames, then it changes its mind about things, and yeah, it's
Interesting.
So it was totally an experimental thing you can flex to, on top of a frame capture of Thriller. And people don't have to know the technical details; they seem to be liking it.
Yeah.
12,000 views isn't trash,
Right.
or something I didn't advertise in the slightest. I made another version of it for a Bauhaus song, but this one was using a different technology that I wrote, where I replaced myself. I replaced the main Bauhaus singer with myself, but they booted that actually. It's sick. So you can find it. Videos. So it was delisted. Oh, it's delisted. Like they don't even have it in my. I'd have to show it to you in a different way. So it's oh yeah, I know where it's at. Temp, and there it is. So.
White on white, translucent like capes, flat on the rack. The little goose is dead, the bats have left the bell tower. The victims have been bled, red velvet lines, the black box. The little goose is dead.
Sort of goth rock music, like before goth rock was something. This was like 1979 or something like that. Yeah. So it's like the rapper's delight of goth rock.
Right on.
Yeah.
Well, so I made this little
Yeah, tell me more about what you've done.
This whole community platform here called
Build something real, show the world.
It's like a little online hackathon free thing to try and again encourage people to get into building stuff.
How's that working out?
It's good. I mean, this is what ended up with me doing the build day events. And then what else have we got? That's not it. This is pre-spec. The idea is it's easy to write code with AI nowadays, and it's starting to get super easy to design stuff as well, but knowing what to make is the harder part. So this takes you through what I'm calling like a Socratic UI to elicit exactly what it is you're building, kind of figure out all of the fundamentals of
I've seen a couple of people doing approaches like that recently. Are you using it?
Am I using this tool?
Yeah.
Well, I'm still building it, but this is how I use AI in like a product creation process. I'm just trying to make a tool that makes it easier and better and all that kind of shit. So.
Yeah, because the thing is that people prompt AIs in many different ways, and there's like different ways that people like.
Well, this isn't trying to give you a prompt. This is trying to help you go through the process of taking an idea and then meshing it up into all of its like first principle stuff to make sure you understand what it is you're making and who it's for and what the goal is. Because then, I mean, it's that, right? Like that's the part.
If I may go back to what I was talking about.
Absolutely.
Is that people have ways of saying this is an effective way of me interacting with the LLMs.
Sure.
And some of them will use these exactly what you said. Some will use a spec kit, and I found that there's these different kinds of modalities of doing things. Just like people are talking about type systems or whatever, or Emacs and Vim, or these types of fundamental camps. So it's interesting because I'm seeing camps develop, right, where people are like very sort of almost committed to different kinds of ideological ways of building with AI.
Yeah.
And it's going to lead to different kinds of tool change and approaches. So we have this kind of like organic splitting happening which we have with everything else in software.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But I think what I'm trying to get at
is yours is best.
Not best. It's pre that part, right? So what you're describing, like say with live spec or whatever, the spec kit, whatever.
Yeah.
It's about producing a spec, which is a set of instructions to pass on to whatever tool to have it build it, right?
Okay.
What I'm saying is that there's a part before that, which is you as the human in the loop, describing in simple terms the idea, and then going through the process of you really figuring out what the spine is, the objects, the fucking states, and past that point, you might create a spec or interfaces made just to build it, but it's like, there's I think a missing part prior, that my career has been spent building products and lots of design and some development, and I just think there's actually a prior part which isn't obvious but is actually really important to
and what I'm telling you is that I've heard a lot of people give this exact same conversation.
I don't know, at risk of sounding dogmatic, and like I'm trying to say I'm the it's a different case. It's kind of a different case.
Alright, sure.
Let me try and make the argument here and let's see if it holds. My experience, and this is how I built Pre-Spec to begin with, was much more as you described it, right? Like spec kit or what have you, much more like, alright, let's define the thing and then write a spec for it and then go off and build it.
No, I was bringing up spec kit as an alternative way to what you're talking about, not as the way you're talking about. I'm saying they are in a separate camp as to what you're talking about.
Okay.
So I was not saying what they were saying.
Right on. But yeah, I just think, you know.
So what you're talking about.
What I'm talking about.
What I find people doing is that they'll say, I don't tell the AI to write something. I have the AI ask me questions.
Right, the elicitation. Right.
And then I have them, have the conversation with me, and then that's how I know that they know what I'm doing and what I know what I'm doing. And then after that, then I have it write a specification. And then what I'll do is I'll take that specification, I'll put a new context window, and then I'll have it ask me even more questions to refine that first one. And I go through that a few times, and then we have something, and then I can put off to the vibe coder. Yeah. That is what you're describing.
Yeah,
that is methodology that you did not that you have independently discovered, along with 1,000 other people.
That's true. That's the Socratic part for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the method interaction. I released this as an open source component library for the Socratic bit.
What I'm saying is that there's these things, there's these ways of interacting with them that everybody is independently inventing. And so I was dealing with memory systems for a while.
Right.
And when I was dealing with memory systems, I went around and I asked maybe 350 to 400 people.
Sure.
How I said, can I look at your conversation? I did on a course of maybe 7 or 8 months.
Yeah.
Looked over all of how they converse with the AIs, what kind of tools they were using, things like that, and the thing that you're talking to me right now, 10% of the people are doing it now.
Sure.
It's one of the ways that people are it's one of the dominant paradigms
Yeah.
that people.
I guess
are
the part that I'm talking about that I think might be a little bit more upstream and slightly more novel is there's the Socratic part, which is the elicitation process, which is like the UI element and that methodology of like, okay, as you're describing, right? But the other part that I think is that Pre-Spec is doing is the part which is introducing. It's slightly more opinionated, right? It's like a Ruby on Rails type thing, where I just think when for a cohort of people who are perhaps like indie hackers trying to build their app to an idea they've had or an opportunity they've seen, or perhaps someone who comes along to a build day and says, hey, I'm a lady and I'm a member of this crochet club over here and I had an idea for what if I made an app that did this thing, right?
Yeah.
So someone non-technical. The Socratic UI is great because, as you're describing, a lot of people have discovered that and use it to elicit from them and make sure the context is all shared. That's great. But the part Pre-Spec has landed on, which is, all right, what is the basic idea? What is
I understand what your value proposition
Well,
is.
hang on. So what is the long-term vision of it? Like, what's your pie in the sky goal? And then let's set an immediate goal ahead of you that's going to be small and low expectations and allow you to get to that, release it, get feedback, iterate, and kind of. Because I think and that's not, I guess, new. There's nothing new under the sun. That's kind of the wisdom of like the last 20 years of like agile startup methodology and whatnot. But I just think that the rate of entropy of AI, jumping into AI tools and building stuff is so fucking high that really just forcing this.
Right,
this
which
initial
is
step
why I think is your point of innovation amongst all of that.
I mean, I could be wrong, but
no, I think you're right. Is that there was a presumption that I had in my conversation beforehand that I understand is wrong now, and it's that most of the people I was talking with were experienced engineers.
Sure.
And you made this premise that you're looking at people who are inexperienced or have never built software before in their life.
This is it.
Now that is a different proposal.
Yeah.
Than me going around and saying, "Oh, you've been programming for 25 years. How do you talk to LLMs?"
And the build day events I've been doing, right? I just did the 4th one. I'm going to do one here tomorrow. You're welcome to come if you like. But
tomorrow's my birthday. Would I come to your thing on my birthday?
Absolutely, we'll fucking celebrate you. So
Happy birthday.
happy birthday.
Well, thank you. How old do you think I am? You're right.
You don't have to answer that.
100. Let's go. I'm just kidding.
You look great
20.
for a centurion.
20.
Oh my God, you look great for 100 years old. That's amazing.
It's all the sunscreen.
That was
All the
20.
sunscreen.
Don't worry about it.
You're doing the whole like pure Theo, young blood infusion thing.
Yeah, I
Like the
am.
Blood Bullion.
I am, but I'm a vampire, so I just
Do you know
I
how
do
to
it through
use,
the traditional organic way.
Do you know how to use CAD good? Oh man, it's over. I don't know how to.
This guy knows CAD.
You know CAD?
CAD the end is, yeah. You gotta go ask him. He's a member. He knows his shit. That guy's good.
You know how to use CAD?
You're a CAD guy,
Do
right?
you know how to use Fusion?
Me?
Yeah.
I've used it a little bit, but I'm not an expert. I've run some workshops on it.
You know how to use
He's
Fusion?
run workshops, so go over there and ask him a question.
I've used Fusion 360, but it's been like at least 5 or 6 years since the last time I used it.
Well, that means he's been using CAD for over half a decade. So go bring your laptop and ask him a question. He'll be able to help you. He knows more than you do.
Probably.
Learn.
We'll see. I mean, I honestly, I use OpenSCAD more so than
The thing is that like
It probably has
competent people always undersell themselves, and so I'm like, you have to know when that's coming up. This guy knows what he's talking about because he's saying he does nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think you were bang on.
Yeah.
I think there's a law for this.
Uh-huh.
More intelligent people tend to describe themselves as less
Yeah.
intelligent.
I don't know. I only used it about 10 years ago. So he's been doing CAD for over 10 years.
Yeah.
Ask him.
Yeah.
And let me plug this thing in real quick.
Let's keep riffing if you like, because I'd love to. I feel like you've been in some similar trenches here, and I'd love to take your thoughts here.
Yeah.
And you're also boxing this, so it's good.
Oh, I'm not ditching this conversation
No,
at all.
no.
I'm just looking for power.
Sweet as. Oh, I mean, yeah.
The power's right here. It's not that far away.
Absolutely.
Alright, so what we saying? Oh, do you want to show me on the screen, or can we just talk?
On the screen?
Oh, sure. Okay, we can do that.
That's right.
And then who's ever watching will just hear the audio.
They were
Oh,
scheming.
we're just looking at pornography.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was made on a compromised set of this is so it's okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So
So
alien's really hot.
yeah.
The shape is really
It's my wife.
Oh.
So this I threw together on a flight here in Mexico last night, and so it's a completely gaudy, horrible fucking Mexico thing. But
What do you think about Mexico?
I love it.
Lovely. That's
So
nice. Were you in Metro City?
I was in Mexico City.
It's beautiful.
It's fucking stunning. I had a great time.
um,
Yeah. So again, this is a hard scheme of fucking prototype, but this thing is alright. Calibrate on the onboarding is what it uses that. Asking a set of questions that like are going to be able to meet them where they're at, but then also not get in the way of people who put in the idea. We say, cool, who's this for, right? Because ideally, I really want to encourage you. That's what I do for these events. Hey, make an internal tool for yourself,
Yeah.
and like figure out if that's useful and
Yeah.
iterate it, and then think about your vision one being, V0 is there, and then V1 can be okay. Maybe we'll put some more in for that.
No, or maybe it's just for you.
Or, yeah, I mean, maybe it's just for you, but totally. But if you solve a problem for yourself well, then worst case is you have a tool for yourself,
Which is
and you-
great,
and
yeah.
exactly, and you learn a bunch of stuff. And then upside is you may actually find that a bunch of other people have that problem, and that's
Right.
not some force contrived, like unvalidated shit.
Right.
So then we go through, we say, what's the bigger vision? Because I think it is important to acknowledge that you want to have like a exciting thing you're excited about, but that also we want to set a goal in front of you.
Yeah.
So we go, boom, now this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Again, if we're thinking about someone non-technical, they don't know about databases, they don't know about fucking
Right, of course.
those things. This turns it into a sentence, which is like the user journey.
Yeah.
And we're annotating this. So you're saying like, these are the objects, which is kind of like a data model.
Yeah.
And then these are the flows, which are the bits we're going to flash out. Okay, what's going to be your first goal? Let's ship this match flow and put it in front of 10 people.
Yeah.
As an example, so helping you pick like a really good goal as a beginner. Introducing the concept of sculpting, so this idea of like, cool, now you'll focus on this. Next, you might do these things, depending on where your validation sits. But then later on, and it's kind of like strong opinion, strong idea, loosely held stuff. Because I think sculpting often deflates people.
Yeah.
But saying like, hey, look, this is how I think about it. So now you have your little dashboard, and again, this is just like an actual white paper vision that I haven't gone through. But okay, these are the kind of like areas we need to now flesh out. So let's break in here and say, alright, cool. Here's kind of the flow of that person in English. Cool, that's it. So you got to go through. Alright, the nouns sitting inside that flow are the objects. There's a user, there's a match.
I'm not sure if this is what we need, but
These are the states, interested, neutral, chatting, resolved. Right.
this isn't
Makes
a
sense.
match. It's
And then here's like an edge. What about someone in this kind of situation? Got it.
It's a
like
converted.
that. Boom. And then we started going through, and so you do that. And the point being that you see what I'm saying? It's like it's a more opinionated form of like okay,
What happens when
let's like help someone get to your
I know.
appreciate
I know, I get it.
Anyway, so yeah, this is
It's right for some people. It's good.
yeah.
Some people will find it very helpful.
Yeah, I think that there's a bit of myopia in the valley, which is thinking that the Pandora's box that's being opened is okay. Engineers are going to be more productive, and that kind of thing. I think really the thing that if we're going to be excited about any part in light of all the fucking things to be scared of, I think there's a cautious optimism I have for the idea that suddenly it's not just people with comp sci degrees and typically just like white tech bros who can build stuff. It's the fact that anyone else can now converse in a natural language, and we have the worst models we'll ever have today. 6 months from now, I think it's highly likely that you'd be able to take an off-the-shelf core model and build something really without having all those priors and actually be able to get it.
People are already doing it.
People are already doing it, right? And it's a question of, I mean, that's it. That's my conviction, right? And through my streams, the 3 years of like streaming and teaching people and learning from others,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've just been on the forefront of that and witnessed it. Like, okay, like
So what I've said is that I when I have a conversation, I'll say, I see you wearing machine-made clothes.
Yeah.
You even hire personal tailor to make
Right.
your garment.
Right.
Why did you do that?
right.
And now say,
top of that surface.
I assume that's like hundreds of dollars. You're right, it's hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
And you don't care about it that much. You're just like expose yourself, aren't you?
Brilliant analogy,
Right?
right?
And so, a couple hundred years ago, people only had maybe 2 garments because that was the only way to do it.
Yeah, right.
And the reality is that like
a curve.
I do machine-made lots of things, machine-made food,
Yeah.
machine-made. And the thing is that there's a bunch of things I'd like to have,
Yeah.
and I really don't want. It doesn't matter that much to me. And having a machine-made computer program is okay.
Yeah.
Is okay. And so there's a bunch of ideas, there's a bunch of things that we couldn't have before.
Right.
And so
End up in
people complain about fast
situations where
fashion, it's all machine made. Now we're doing fast programming, we're doing the same thing.
where it
And
makes
but
sense
nobody
to
says
compare
fast
it. So
fashion
this
is
the
good
bottom
fashion.
tip.
Right.
This is the
Everybody
bottom
knows
tip.
about the problems, and we know about the problems, that's fine. But we also
This is
know
the
that it's
extruded
good
part
to
that goes
be able to
out.
have $20 shoes.
Yeah.
From
Right.
I think if
from
this
the
was a
top-
set of
from the
problems
bottom.
that we can meaningfully impact through
Yeah.
some digital solution,
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like that represents the one so far more just set of people who've
that
been
we
at the
can
table
use to do a
have
negative
solved
extrusion.
I've
and
talked to some people
decided for fucking everything else.
in LA. I had we were at the vibe coding event, and this woman, she had let's stick on the vibe coder.
Yeah.
I said, "What do you vibe code?" And she said, "Well, I'd like to learn how."
Yeah.
And I was, "Oh, you're an aspiring vibe coder. I didn't even know they existed."
Yeah.
So it's still too difficult for a lot of people to
This is what I'm saying, man.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you know, look at the fucking
Like,
people
I try to
here.
make
Even though I say, "Oh, it's so trivial to use now."
It's not. It's still a message, yeah.
Yeah.
And
it's-
being in these rooms, bro. This is me, this dickhead here. I'm telling you, being in these rooms, and that's exactly the people you're describing. You're coming in. This guy is like a young drug dealer. He's never had a fucking shot in life. And he said to me, leaving this room, he's like, "Fuck, I didn't realize I could be in a room like this." You know what I mean? Like, this lady works for the government, and it's down to technical in her life, but she's building a website for a space she wants to host. This lady's a fashion designer, and she wants to be like ethical.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so it's good, right? It's
And yeah, is that beforehand, I used to deal with this stuff maybe 10, 15 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Is, yeah, our,
Basically,
basically, if you wanted to get your website or anything built, like, floor was $20,000.
Yeah.
That's about how much it was.
Yeah.
And so, like, if you didn't have $20,000 from your ideas, then we really couldn't do any business. And it's not that I was being a dick about it. I mean, it's just that it would take 6 months of time or whatever. So it takes a long time. And you're just paying me for my labor, and $20,000 is actually kind of cheap.
Yeah.
People might charge you 40 or 50, but now you can get it for just, I don't know, a couple hundred hours of your time.
Let me show you this, Baron. Did you come up with that, by the way, the analogy about the colours?
Yeah.
I have to credit you that one. It's good.
You say, oh, did a tailor like handcraft your clothing for you? Then why not? What, you don't believe in human labor?
Yeah. Like, to your point,
Yeah.
when I sat in City, Mexico the other day,
Uh-huh.
3 university kids came up to me and were like, "Oh, can we interview you about rockets?" It turns out they have a rocket club. And
They made this?
no, they didn't have a website. So I said to them, "Come on Monday, this co-working space, we've got 2 hours." And so I built them this website for them to go off and fucking raise the money so they can go to Brazil and compete in this competition.
Perfect.
And it's just such a good example of what you're describing. Of like, sweet, do you know, like, I mean, and 6 months from now, they wouldn't need me to be the intermediary. They could just do it themselves.
Right. I mean, you didn't have to hire a designer. Not that I hate designers, but hiring a designer would have cost them more money than they had.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
you know, you would need that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's the thing. Is like, yeah, I'm not saying no human labor. I'm just saying
Yeah.
nobody necessarily has all that cash.
Not everything needs to be human labor. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So good.
Did he help you?
Yeah,
See, I told you.
kind of.
Kind of. Did I lead you astray?
No, it's a solution.
Okay.
It's a solution, but it's a solution that I would have kind of figured out, kind of.
I know, because I believe in you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I view my YouTube more as like ASMR than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Likewise.
No.
Alright.
I mean, occasionally it's real, but it's mostly just. What's going on here?
Oh shit! Hear that.
What's going on here? So how long are you staying in Los in where are we, San Francisco for?
I was meant to leave tomorrow, but
That's right, you were redoing your flight. What's up with that?
I met my future wife in Mexico City, and she just lives in North Carolina, so I want to go see her. But
What? You met your future wife and you're that crazy?
yeah,
How did it go so fast?
I don't know. It's just when you know, you know. You know,
That's crazy.
it is kind of crazy.
That's wild.
She's in the U.S. Marines, so the story's got levels to it. Yeah.
Okay, this sounds like a scam, but go on.
No. Yeah. She's a pilot in the Marines, and she's flying the bits. And
No, this guy wanted to be in the Navy.
oh yeah,
In the Navy.
Where's the Marines.
No, in the Navy and the Marines.
I said a thing about the Navy. She was like, "I'm not in the fucking Navy. I'm in the Marines." I was like,
Yeah.
my fault.
No.
That's when I knew she was truly in the Marines.
I think I should just like use a new word at this point. I think the V2 will be better. It'll be better.
V2 will be better.
Yeah, it'll be better.
There's something called Fred Brooks second system syndrome.
Second system, yeah? Talk to me.
And so Fred Brooks said that is when people design V2, they end up trying to do everything that they did wrong in V1 and fix it. And then V2 ends up being an equal mess of a different kind.
I'm on V5 pre-spec and I haven't launched anything yet, so I feel like I'm a victim of this.
And so then they say V3 is usually where the sweet spot's at.
Oh yeah, really?
Oh.
Wait, so I'm on the right track. I'm actually doing okay.
Yeah.
But I just need to ship V5.
So will V2 will be also shit?
Well, no, you can avoid second system syndrome, and so what you do is you instead say, take the things that I've learned on V1 and don't try to be ambitious about it. Try to be like, just fix those parts and do V1 again.
And this is the fucking meta thing that pre-spec, when it exists, will be able to fucking, you know? Because it's that kind of...
But if you think about it, like, you know, DOS version 3 was the big one, Windows version 3 was the big one,
Yeah.
Internet Explorer version 3 was the big one.
But
Like,
I also
yeah.
want to be ambitious. I want to add a scroll wheel to it.
Well, okay.
I don't know what.
Scroll wheel.
To what?
To
The crack controller.
yeah, the crack.
You gotta keep up, bro. There's a lot of development.
You should
Yeah,
do it.
you
You can do
gotta-
it.
It's math.
Innovation happens quick.
Yeah.
With cooking meth. Get in,
Do it.
Jesse.
Do it, yeah. Oh, and did you say you know this gentleman?
No.
I don't know who he is.
No.
But it's a pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet
So,
you.
yeah, so tell us about you. You're the quiet man here.
Yeah.
I played sports. I'm working on.
You played sports, what?
I'm working on an event platform.
Event
Event
platform.
platform.
Fuck yeah.
What you know is a kind of graveyard of apps.
Let's make some breakthroughs. I believe in you.
Thank you. But most of it is basically, I think a lot of them struggle on like inventory supply. So
Inventories of what?
inventory and supply of events.
Oh yeah.
So this one's particularly aimed at the queer community.
Oh yeah.
The queer community.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is different with the queer community with regard to events?
I say a lot.
I'd say a lot. Yeah. I think it requires some like cultural like sensitivity because I think how people in queer can like engage with events and find events
Well,
is very different.
Right.
Well,
Okay.
I don't know.
because the sexual promiscuity.
Oh yeah, there's
Like,
a lot of.
Straight people dynamics for event platforms are tricky because men will want to go to events to have women at, but women don't want to go to events so they're gonna get hit on by men.
Yeah.
Which is like the hardest fucking problem to solve, and
Yeah.
you can't really solve through digital means.
Yeah.
I guess the difference is it depends on what. So for me, I'm going to technical events for technical reach. I'm not going there to try to find a romantic partner.
Totally.
So
But
I guess
assume we're talking about social events more so than.
yeah, and so that I guess that's why I had difficulty. So you're talking more about like bars or like what?
There's bars and clubs, like big warehouse parties.
Okay,
that happen.
okay, so like the white
Have you
party
heard of a
kind of
furry
stuff.
Convention
Yeah.
before?
Okay,
It's a big party in Bangkok. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
okay.
Um,
No, the white party is a big party in almost every city.
Oh.
Yeah, there's white parties in Los Angeles, everywhere. It's
Yeah,
like
isn't it bad? Did he get fucking a lot of trouble for being the white parties?
no, everybody wears white. It's a gay thing. It's like it's also called circuit parties.
It's what?
It's called circuit parties. Circuit.
Oh,
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
My fault.
No, and so yeah, circuit parties they're like gay raves. Correct me if I say anything incorrect here.
Oh
But-
yeah.
but-
Yeah.
Yeah, but they'll go on until like maybe all weekend or something like that. Men are mostly shirtless at it, and there's a lot of drugs, but it's usually like party drugs, like maybe narcotic or like poppers or cocaine or something like
The
that.
powers are for sex. It's mostly people do
GHB.
K or GHB.
Okay,
or
GHB.
MDMA.
That's drugs. GHB is
Yeah.
fucking number one.
Yeah.
There's circuit parties and people like would travel for them too.
Yeah, like Palm
Yeah.
Springs is a place for that stuff.
Yeah. You also have like there's sex parties too.
Sex parties.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me about that one.
Well, you go there and people are having sex.
Okay.
Yes,
but
son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Come in.
but we can back up here. So
Yeah.
I was telling him about the Berlin sex scene last night,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is kind of different. I don't know anything about the. I know about the BDSM scene, like that's a thing, right?
Yeah.
There's different kind of clubs
Yeah,
for
yeah.
that. But these sex are they like run out of people's homes for the most part?
No, they're in clubs.
They're clubs. Okay. This is like bathhouses.
No, not bathhouses. They're just like there's usually a dance floor and then there'd be like sex spaces surrounding it.
in the United States.
Yeah, here in the city.
I didn't know they
that's
did that in the U.S. Are they doing a Folsom or like what?
Oh, just all year round.
That's
all
like
year
the
round.
gay city in the States.
Yeah,
man.
it's a gay capital. It's the
It
gay
is.
DC.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like I know about those things outside of the states. I didn't know about them in the states.
Oh, it's big here.
I'm a non.
How interesting.
Yes.
What is it? I'm
I'm a non.
So is
What do you
that
know about
so
non?
they have those in Castro? Or like where was that? Just
No,
everywhere.
Not in there's a few small ones in the Castro, but usually in Soma.
Soma,
There's
okay.
a big sex club on 6th Street that's really popular. There's a few warehouses where they're hosted at too.
Okay, so people that are within that community know about that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Also in some people's houses too. Yeah.
Okay.
You have like kink events, a lot of non-sexual events too.
Uh-huh.
A lot.
Is a furry community also within
Yeah.
this?
Yes. I know about
Or is that something else?
I think furries are generally not part of the gay community.
Huh.
Yeah.
There's a lot of furries
Wait, you
are
said
gay.
furries.
They're
Yo, bring up the furries there.
Furries?
Oh, furries?
I'm anti. Is that what you're saying?
the furries.
Is that what you're saying?
You know, the anthropomorphic people, furries.
Yeah.
You're anti-furry?
No, I'm pro furry. I'm not a furry, but I think that furries still get a lot of kink shaming, and that's not okay.
Yeah.
They deserve every right to be a furry as much as anyone else.
But everybody I've known that identifies as a furry is
Yeah.
also identifies as
There's a
gay.
big gay component to it,
There is.
but
Mm.
there aren't. I don't know of any like gay furry parties that happen as that.
Huh.
I think usually it's more gay people crossing over to.
But isn't a lot of the furry fandom actually in San Jose? A lot of it's in South Bay.
Yeah, I think that the furry scene in South Bay is big, and
What about San Diego?
Si-
Like UCSD, like all they do, like there's a furry club, like like inside the school.
Well, why are you going to community college here? You gotta go to San Diego. Where
Missing out.
this is where you can lose your virginity finally.
But there's a big pup scene.
A pup scene.
Pup scene.
I know
Very
what.
different.
Okay, so pup scene isn't that with like leather and the face things?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen that before.
But those are they're two different
Yeah.
communities.
Okay,
Ah.
so I was telling him a while back how
Yeah.
maybe you're too young for this, but there used to be nudists in San Francisco.
Oh, I know.
Oh, yeah, it's still here.
Okay, so
Yeah,
here,
they're
okay,
still here.
interesting.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm a nudist.
I'm a nudist.
You're a nudist? That's
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah, I did the naked bike ride a few years
Oh, that's
ago.
right, yeah, I've seen that.
Are you ever been to the bin?
What?
The bin?
The bid?
The bin?
I haven't.
Burning Man?
Oh no,
Burning Man.
I've never been.
You enjoy it?
Is
I
Burning Man
would.
cool?
I hear
I've been. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I've been very naked at Burning Man.
Okay, so I am amongst two true nudists. All right, so this is interesting. So from what I've heard that you're describing, none of it is structural, which is I have to get back to it. It all seems content difference. So you're saying that these is this queer the right term? Maybe so queer people they have different events.
Yeah.
Okay, structurally because they're looking for different kinds of gender disparity. Like what's the structural differences?
I
Now?
think one is better search features too, because
Search, okay.
Yeah. Also, a lot of these events can't be listed on mainstream platforms. Like.
Like you can't have a
Can't
sex
put it
club
on
on
the-
Luma. Okay.
Yeah, you can't have like.
Wait, so we're saying Luma's homophobic because I'm on Luma right now. Working at an event.
The what?
Are we cancelling it? Are we cancelling Luma? 'Cause they're
No,
on that.
no. Luma's not for sex club.
Yes.
Luma's
Luma's not
very
for sex.
So I was just being silly.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like I can't put my OnlyFans content on YouTube.
That's
I know I've tried.
yeah.
I gotta put it on Twitter. So, as you're saying.
Yeah. So there's like search features. Also have like editorial features too.
Do you remember Tribe?
No.
Tribe.net. I don't know if it's still around, but that was kind of so. Back in the day, there were two sites for that kind of stuff. One of them was called Ravelinks, long dead, but the other one was Tribe.net, which might still be around. It is. Oh, they've just become a Mastodon server. Never mind. Yeah, but back in the day, they were for they were started by a bunch of burners for these types of events, where they would list all these kinds of social networking for Burning Man people. Yeah, they had sex positive things and all that stuff. um, like vibrator swap.
Yeah.
Vibrator swap.
Yeah, we had a vibrator swap group.
Crazy weird.
It was. This is San Francisco, like 2005.
I once actually gave a guy my flashlight though, so
Oh yeah, yeah. Real thing. Okay, so have we covered all the bases for what you're
Yeah.
doing? Does this exist? Do you have a lot of users? Do you have traction?
No, I'm here building it. I'm about to
Oh.
launch soon. Most of the work is basically been trying to build the ingestion engine.
Mhm.
Basically, I'm able to pull events from almost any kind of website. And then we have this whole graph engine where basically like processing events, pulling details, and I can also I'm also deduplicating immersion events across different sources too.
nice.
And even for aggregators too, so I can merge information from multiple sources to create a complete picture.
Okay.
Yeah, and soon it's I'm working in at Foolproof, so I'm soon start cranking it up and pulling events from across the U.S. And after, well, I'm mostly focusing on California first.
I mean, if you just go California, you'd be sweet.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, so given what you're talking about, I don't. It sounds like that you're dealing with a certain class of events
Yeah.
that you could extricate the queer label from it, and then you could say, oh yes, people that are having these sex events or BDSM or whatever,
Yeah.
and you could say, and we certainly have queer versions of it, but it doesn't sound like structurally there's anything
No,
unique.
absolutely not. But it's
Yeah.
good to start with that niche. So
Well, of course, you got to
Yeah.
start with a niche
Yeah.
because sure.
Yeah.
If it was like black events or something like that, you find some group to own.
Yeah.
With that was a bad example.
Yeah.
If it's queer skating on the queer. Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with that. It sounds great. And so what's it called? So I can.
There's no name yet.
Oh.
I've been having AI crank through tens of thousands of options, and really everything's taking me place.
Well, hang on, you need a name. I'm good with names.
I can see the current list that AI has come through.
No, hit me. I'm an AI. I was trained on a data set of brand names, but I can't.
Yeah.
That gay app.
No.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Well, that's the only thing that's not taking.
That's a terrible idea.
No. So, we're going to call this hornyandafraid.com.
No.
What?
I'm kidding. That's my go-to phrase. I need to say that.
AfraidToDieAlone.com. That's a good dating app name.
Hang on. You can call it. So, we've established, I think, that for now it's going to be niched down into the queer community, but it'll be agnostic at a certain point. So the name needs. Oh, it's going to stay queer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Because eventually.
Oh, that gay app. I mean.
Yeah. Because I'm not interested in straight events. I'll say in queer.
Fair enough.
I mean, maybe like focusing on the gay men specifically, because honestly, lesbians don't go out and spend.
Yeah.
Lesbians are too busy staying and watching Netflix. It's
Yeah.
why they're running lesbian sex parties. There's a lot of
Interesting. I bet you. Nah, I mean, listen.
Yeah.
The secret sapphic cults just won't be revealed to any of us. But
yeah.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
They're
I
out
know they're out there. They're just very like insular.
There's candles and there's
Yeah.
fucking it's cloaks.
Yeah.
We're just not privy to it.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
I'm speculating
yeah.
wildly here, but
Events thing isn't even like the long-term plan, because once you have events, and you have this like graph of like knowing where people are going, where they are situated in the physical community, then you can start to build a social layer on top of that. And then I'm trying to solve various market issues that are affecting current apps.
such as
There's like various like fundamental market design issues of the current apps, like one is like the paradox of choice everyone's familiar with, and also you have a very lopsided market.
do you have any defined product-led growth mechanics?
What?
Do you have any product-led growth mechanics?
Nope.
Do you want to riff on one real quick? Because that'll be the thing that makes this go quite well. Are you familiar with the term product-led growth, PLG?
But
So, if your thing has any network fucking effects, such that if you have lots of people, I mean, it's cold start stuff, right? You familiar with cold start by Andrew Chen?
No.
Okay, so cold start meaning there's a guy called Metcalf. Have you heard of Metcalf's law?
No.
Okay. Is there a whiteboard marker somewhere here? There's a whiteboard there.
Okay.
Unless you don't want to hear this.
No, no, I'm really curious.
Okay.
Honestly, because the person I listed to be my business partner is not responsible.
Okay, well they're not gonna let me.
So here's a name for you. What about Rango? Like rainbow, but with go. It's like go places.
That's fucking good.
Rango.
That's brilliant.
RAINGO.
I think about it.
That's
Is
good.
Is it
Well, hang on, are you gay?
There's like Rango.us, Rango. There's a lot of them out there.
Are you gay, Chris?
Why are you asking me
yeah.
about my homosexuality?
Well, you don't have to answer, but I'm asking because I think it's a good name, but I'm not gay, and so I'm curious.
Oh,
I have never slept with a woman before. What?
I've never slept with anybody.
Rainbow's not available. Someone's taking it.
Well, for .com. Yeah.
I want to
excuse
stick
me,
to I want to stick to like either .com or .app. You know.
All right.
Like,
It might be a .app.
yeah.
I just brought some more in.
Yeah.
I'll show you what they are.
Thank you very much. I'm just gonna attack this whiteboard over here.
Oh, it is taken. Okay. If you want .app, we
This
can do.
is why I plugged in. I took a domain registrar API and plugged in the AI. It's had churned through like tens of thousands.
Yeah, but that's no good. You got to be better than that.
I'm so dog shit at it.
No, you aren't. We love you.
I'm terrible.
I was born in England, but I'm from New Zealand.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
I mean, this doesn't. I'll just. Well, okay. And if you slap down on your chair on the left and the left, they're great. I like it.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so
So
I could probably explain this to you in fucking like 15 minutes or so.
Okay.
And I think this is probably one of the most valuable things that I could fucking
Yeah.
offer anyone. I've been doing these events and teaching all this stuff, but alright, so this is Campbell Metcalf, who made an observation about the release of telephones, right? When telephones first became a consumer good and entered the market, they're very expensive because it's an emerging technology. And there's this cold start on this network problem. So if I'm thinking about buying this landline, which in today's money might be, $3,000, $4,000, to derive what that value would be, you've got to think about how many other people I could actually call on the network. And so to begin with, if there's only 3 other people, and I don't like 2 of them, then $3,000 investment to be able to call no one I like, and this, so obviously what we quickly start to see though is that there's an exponential nature to adding nodes to this network, right? So the cold start problem is when something that has network effects first starts out, there's this chicken and egg paradox of like, okay, well no one has it, so no one's incentivized to buy it, the value is low, but you've got to get on the other side of it. And this is a classic problem faced by any marketplace platform, which is a classic network effect of like you're connecting 2 people, but if you don't have the other side of it, and there's obviously network effects of events. Metcalfe's law can be described as the value of the network is equal to the proportion to the square of the fucking nodes in the network, essentially like that. I can't remember, I'm not mathematician. But Andrew Chen was the early growth guy at Uber who really made that happen, because they have quite an interesting network effect problem, which is that you have to beat that, right? For someone to download the app, and for it to be worth their time, there needs to be drivers. For drivers to sign up and go through the onboarding, there needs to be demand. So it's a classic supply-demand issue, but it's further embattled by the fact that you will work in one city, and you beat the network effects there, a lot of time and money and effort, but then you go to a new city and you have a fresh fucking problem. So he did a lot of smart stuff. In his book, The Gold Star Problem, it's fantastic, it's worth reading at some point. But he talks about the newer version being the meerkat law, which is that there's a Goldilocks, there's kind of a step function you want to aim for when you're growing. So you pick one side, and it's typically the supply side, but it really depends on the exact problem you have. And you want to step like this and marry the growth of each side. Because the meerkat observation is that in meerkat populations, there is population collapse if there isn't enough meerkats, because they won't be able to communicate without predators, because they have a language, they speak over long distances, and they're very descriptive.
Yeah.
But if you don't have enough, then they can't do that.
Yeah.
And also like you guards overnight, that kind of thing. But past the ceiling, you reach an overpopulation issue where there'll be so much warfare that the population will collapse.
Yeah.
So there's this kind of Goldilocks zone, and so the point being that there's kind of this like you want to get some amount of riders to begin with, and then focus on getting people to those, so that it's staying in this Goldilocks range. Okay, now when it comes to, let's take an example of, hang on, let me just take a bit. Let's think about Facebook real quick, right?
Yeah.
Facebook's early growth strategy, I don't know if you're familiar. It kind of happened by accident, but it's brilliant. Mark obviously made Bookface, the rape people or whatever, but then the twins are like, oh, hang on, what if we made a thing, and blah, blah. And he makes it, and it was, I think, just for Harvard. And so they grew it there pretty quickly, and then they organically had people from other colleges going, oh, I want to get on this. So they went to the next college that had the most people asking that way, and immediately see that, say, with 100 people, and that meant that there was enough, network effect in that thing. And so they went this closed node strategy, which is quite a classic one to, also means you can consolidate resources. If you try to go in 100 cities at once, that'd be a bad idea. You want to focus on San Francisco at the time being, so that tracks. This is, social media platforms are a classic example of fucking apps that are constrained by network effects. Typically, when someone says, oh, I want to make a new Instagram or whatever, okay, well that's ridiculous and impossible, because you would need hundreds of millions of dollars to try and beat the costs that following through ad campaigns and so forth. And even then, most don't succeed with that, even if you pour in, hundreds of millions of venture capital. So there is a way to approach it though, which is called product-led growth, PLG. So, if we think about marketing over here, it's typically stuff that you're putting money into. Product-led growth simply means
Want to see my
you have some
terrible
kind of
design?
viral coefficient. So when we think about COVID, we had the idea of the R0, which meant the average amount of people one person would affect. So you have a viral R0, or an R0 in virology just means if it's above 1, it's going to go exponential. If it's below 1, it'll die out. We think about K factor, an R0.
In a bit. Oh, I see it.
An R0. Yeah. Another similar value in K factor. How many users one user inviting, kind of thing. Yeah. Metrics. So PLG, great. If someone uses it and they bring in someone else, you haven't had to pay some amount of money to acquire that user, so it's great. The economics work really well. I'll give you the best example probably perhaps of this ever. One of the sets of things. It's cute. Don't hack my computer. It's not allowed.
Order all you want from Amazon.
You saw my thing pop up saying you can't pay rent this week, so.
No, I was trying to see the other side without disturbing you guys.
Okay. So
This design,
so
I made
the
some changes to it.
Okay, so the best
Now
example.
there's
PayPal.
a thing that
Think
goes
about
on
this, right?
top. There was
Network effect
another
problem.
thing, but I made
You
it.
need people to
I-
have PayPal accounts to be able to send money.
So,
How did they solve this?
yours? No.
You just put in someone's email.
So
Even if they don't have
hopefully,
an account, they get
this
an
will
email
work.
saying, "What's your name?"
hopefully.
Chris.
If you want to start,
Chris.
if you want
It
to
would
start
say,
tweaking it, you gotta start from
Chris has sent you $100. Click here to accept it. Sign. Okay.
But I also have to make a new
it means
scroll wheel
the
thing.
user
for
is at least
this.
bringing in
That's
one other
probably for
user,
later.
and the sign-up rate is going to be spiked. The motivating factor is money, financial gain on the other side. So great.
Probably should start
Now-
printing right now.
Yeah, that's the
Yes,
fucking
it is an idea.
best one. So PLG mechanics, I'll give you an example. I am working on a platform called Homies. It's meant to kind of usurp Airbnb in a sense by allowing people to sublease their properties to each other directly. I think it's a nice feature to market there. Besides the point. The point being, cool. There's a cold start problem. You need inventory of places where instead of us people come in and book places, so where do you go? The PLG mechanic and observation, and this hopefully will help in kind of thinking this kind of stuff through. I was like, alright, Instagram.
I think we need to do that before, because I was kind of featured a lot of
Totally.
people,
You probably intuitively landed on this.
But it's good to know.
It's just the vocabulary and whatnot.
Now I can come to it tomorrow.
So think about Instagram, right?
Yeah.
What do people do currently when they want to, in like a friend group, sublease their place out? They post on their Instagram story. Because they have a node graph there of, a network graph and that sort of slide. Well, you can programmatically add photos to an Instagram story. So the Homies listing flow MA to make, focus on demands like this, the supply rather.
You need to be home by
Cool.
10.
You submit all the fucking information for your place,
Yeah.
and then you get fucking
It's
nothing
mine.
there, boom.
Yeah.
Share your Instagram story, first class native feature, and it takes that image with information, looks nice, puts it on your Instagram story. I'm now piggybacking
If I
Instagram
don't
node
get
network
one
within these
time,
groups
then
of
I'm
people,
stuck outside.
so like, that's immediately giving distribution
Well, okay, if
to
that's the
solve the
case,
problem with it, even when the
that's the
cold
case,
start
I don't
buying.
know.
And then here's the real fucking beauty. Think about the ratio of a place posted to the amount of people applying for it. I mean,
I'm not
globally,
joking, you can see
shortage
it
supply of
before.
housing and all that kind of thing. So in a city like Amsterdam, there'd be an average of like 100 people applying
Oh,
for
yeah.
sublease
I like
space.
it.
Okay, so you know it, right? This is where the idea was in fact born.
Yeah.
The point being, okay, if you get one fucking person to list their place in a city like Amsterdam, really simple flow,
Are you okay?
and just giving them that image.
Yeah, I'd like to follow
Great.
right in.
That'll start to propagate
When
there,
you're
and you
more
will
focused.
very quickly have 100 people
Only
go
have
through an
one
application
minute.
flow and then sign in to submit the application flow. Great. One user could realistically bring in 100. So if you can crack PLG, you're fucking on, right? I think I would
Say we're
point to
talking in
platforms
town.
like Partyful, who
Oh,
are probably,
no.
I think it's not a coincidence that they went the social route. It may have been derived through this method of thinking
Okay.
as opposed to the value of the
It's
social
over.
thing in isolation, which is
Yeah.
if you have something where people can invite others from previous events,
Please don't
that's
crash.
kind of also a continuation of like this value
Please don't
propagation
crash.
even in the cold start environment. Because assuming you have two events, you have a bunch of
What do you
people who
want
might be invited to the and
crash.
that's again what I'd explain to
Oh.
it. So
It didn't crash.
Innit?
Let's go.
does that make sense?
Yeah. That's awesome. That's great.
Cool. And so basically what I'm saying,
Like
Yeah.
10 minutes
is-
of work is.
and I'm not being dogmatic about this or speaking hyperbolically because I'm trying to sound like smarts. I just promise you that this is the part that if you build an event and get in a good PLG mechanic, and it's not impossible. It'll take you a bit of, I don't know.
Yeah.
You could sit down for a day with a coffee and fucking figure it out,
Yeah.
and look at other.
Yeah, I know, it's really good. Now because I was like, I've been to a bunch of these, and I've been designing around that. But it's good to have the vocabulary because now I can look into it and see other.
Precisely. Read the cold start problem.
Yeah.
It's a fucking hit.
I've been trying to figure out. Do you see this yet? I've been basically trying to figure out like inventory. So basically, we're ingesting events from websites.
Yeah, right. So that's how you're beating the supply side cold start.
Yeah, and it's like super robust. You can like you're pulling events from 2 different sources and you merge them together.
Yeah. That's cool stuff. So
you can combine serious with described
The
events.
work
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
the as a technical feat, this is fucking immense, and it's a really great first part of solving that supply problem. I think the thing that comes to mind for me is if you took some abstract group of people, even just like across, it'd be good to San Francisco straight away, so we reduce the concept of people there.
Yeah.
There'd be some like relationship factor between how likely it is for someone to want to go to some abstract event this is the first time, whatever. This is an event that is like people are more primed for. So I guess there's a disparity between this kind of relationship or like pull factor, you might call it, of events. So I guess what I would say is that, and I think I've already heard you talking about an acknowledgement of this, but going for a smaller portion of events that have higher pull factor is probably like the most pertinent thing for now. I think this is great. It's good to have in there. But focusing around some like PLG mechanic and then getting on the supply side of like these like high pull factor events that have some mechanic where people are, because it's kind of built in. Because if you have an event that people want to go to and they immediately propagate and share it, and San Francisco already does that because everyone fucking hears about a hackathon or some kind of tech VC event and then fucking puts it through a million WhatsApp groups of people in concentric circles of fucking status.
I agree. Actually, because I've been checking out some communities calendars as well. And I kind of, I didn't quite.
Is this you? Is this the
Yeah,
thing?
you
No,
got
it's
the
someone
V2
else's.
slide.
I put my word, articulate what it was. But they kind of threw on
But I-
everything,
I don't know how I'm
ISTs,
going to design
and
this
like
to fit
some of these
in
are
here.
good, and some of these are just like very
This is
are not
situation.
business,
Wish I had one of
and it's
those.
hard to know what's
Checking
really cool.
thingies.
Checking things right now.
So I was kind of thinking,
I think you're right. I think you're describing
Check
something
how
correct.
big it is.
And a lot of times it is kind of intangible,
Yeah.
People want like to finance like, why is it different? But
Yeah.
trust your
one of those-
intuition
Yeah.
that if you see even if it is a myriad set of
Yeah.
things,
A
in
caliper.
aggregate
Yeah, a
represents so much
caliper.
that
Do we have any calipers here?
Yeah.
Do we have any calipers?
My
I have
front
some
end
of
is
my-
currently just a placeholder.
There might be some in the machine shop.
So
That's
Someone
one.
printed out some.
Thank you.
Want to go?
I just wanted something to just like design around. This is a bug.
Okay, let's go with Frog Man.
Oh wait, gotcha. Have you walked around the cash room yet?
About what?
Walked around the cash room?
Negative.
Oh.
What is it?
Yellow telephone pole.
Oh, and you made it?
Yeah.
This is fucking sick.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
you're correct. What do you work? Are you working for some fucking tech company? What do you call it?
no, I'm a design engineer, but
What do you mean you're not a designer? This is
I am a design engineer.
Oh, you are.
Yeah.
I was gonna
But
say.
I quit this AI startup last December because they're doing like construction tech, but then the founders.
Have you released this?
No.
This is unreal.
This is part of my old experiments stuff.
And you made this as your internal fucking tool with building this company.
Yeah.
Dude, you're fucking correct. This is unreal.
So I like different graphs and
What company were you at?
What?
What company were you at?
I was just kind of Augury.
Some gold shit?
It's awful. I hate it. And I was like these founders are idiots. And
that's
I'm a lesser idiot, so maybe someone can give me money.
90% of fucking founders actually do this, man. Because the problem is,
Yeah.
it's almost like the PA to principle. Have you heard of this? Like people will rise to the position of least competency with an organisation, stay there. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know how similar it is to that, but like, my observation is having worked at a bunch of companies, especially so in the last few years, are like big ones, you know. The cunts running shit, it's just nepotism, bro.
Yeah.
Like the reason they're in the founding chair is because they came from a trust fund or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And they're fucking larpers, they've travelled no distance, they haven't spent any time in the trenches actually learning the fucking shit.
Yeah.
And they're fucking clueless, bro.
Yeah. I just realized these people were just very like loud and confident.
Absolutely,
and
bro.
like, okay, get this. They're trying to make this startup to make software that like looks at people's blueprints, reconstructs them in 3D, which is a really huge jump. And then also trying to like look at like building codes.
Hang on. Takes a blueprint and recreates it in 3D?
Yeah.
I mean, fundamentally, that's like saying, oh, we're going to take a fucking compressed thing and then, like, there's entropy there.
Yeah, so much entropy. But the founders were just so like, boom, do this. I'm like, oh, we're 18, like 12 people. Like, let's, okay, but anyway, then looks at building codes and checks it against it and like pulls flags different years. My background is mixed computer science and architecture, which is why I joined. Anyway, these people through Bluster sold a few customers that signed a respective contract.
Yeah.
With customers
LOI.
and Dubai,
Oh my
Saudi
gosh.
Arabia, Singapore, and a few places in the U.S. And I'm like, and the one architect in the team and I were like, these are very different building codes. You know, like it's gonna be a miracle if we can really get this to work in one jurisdiction in the U.S. You know, let alone 4 different countries.
So they're just running a Ponzi fucking...
Yeah, I mean, I think the CEO is also desperate. The division's kind of falling apart.
Many such cases where
Yeah.
I've worked at fucking a good handful of them.
Yeah, I think he kind of realized, like, you know, he kind of like had like overstretched, and so I quit. And I'm like, I'm an idiot, but I'm
You're not
less
an
of an
idiot,
idiot.
You're not an idiot, bro. I think you plugged in.
You know, so like maybe there's a niche for me in this universe.
I think so, Ray. I'd back you. I'd invest
Oh, thank
immediately.
Well, you know, I really appreciate these insights. You know, so if this takes off, you know, I'll return the favor someday.
100 US cash if it takes off, Ray. I fucking... Do you know this guy Stephen Bartlett?
What?
Stephen Bartlett, he's got the podcast Diary of a CEO.
I've been barred.
He's a famous name.
I've been building design stuff for him for the last year and a half. I did his pitch deck in December.
Oh, no.
Didn't pay me and he raised $60 million US.
Wow.
So you're coming here to murder him? He's right.
I love a good revenge arc.
Let me tell you, no matter how rich you are, all it takes is a single bullet.
Absolutely, Ray.
I know.
7.5 million.
Sometimes two.
Do you know Simon Sinek?
What?
Do you know Simon Sinek?
No, I don't. Is that another bastard you want to tell?
No, he's the man. I just joined as a fractional AI role.
I'm just saying, when you're a foreigner, you can do this kind of stuff. Here. It's
Yeah,
all right.
absolutely.
You can get away with it.
This is fucking unreal.
You're in
Your
the diplomatic
attention to
community.
detail is fucking sick.
I got like
Sick?
so.
You're a diplomatic community. It's okay.
Absolutely. Well, I worked at CIA, so.
Thank you. This is also like me. It's like.
Dude, this is fucking great. Game recognized game. That animation was fucking...
Oh, you also like. I'm trying.
That's great.
Yeah, thank you.
Show him the poll, man. Show him the poll.
Oh, the poll. Okay, all right.
I have a second one.
You're gonna see this poll and you're gonna invest in it. Like,
That's pretty cool.
All the old flyers get like fully aged and put in the back. You know,
That's pretty cool. Let's look at mobile.
it's not really like
Right.
practical, but
Do
it's
you
not. It's not very practical, but I think it's more of like for like kind of like fun toy for people. Like, oh
Okay.
my gosh, check this out.
The next-
No, it does. What I'm saying is that,
Yeah.
that thing on mobile would be amazing.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I gotta optimize it for mobile.
Okay, next lesson.
Okay,
This
yeah.
fucking class.
I mean, not only, but I can imagine it like on a screen, like at the LGBT center or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like
Next up we have putting. So what? Do you know the U in UGC is forget? Do you know UGC?
yeah.
I was trying to make a joke.
Oh
UGC, user generated content.
yeah.
Have you ever made TikTok like short form videos?
I remember.
Would you become some good?
Probably hire someone who's hotter than myself.
Oh, whoa. I think
Don't
you're,
talk about my friend Chris like that.
yeah. I think you are quite attractive.
Ah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Well,
I mean, look.
what I'm saying is,
Okay, but here, okay. So here's something about the gay community.
Yeah.
Is that there's this kind of idea that Asian people are not desired in the gay community.
I'm not
But
desirable.
it is
Yeah.
bullshit.
Well,
Bullshit.
SF is a good city, you know.
There are a lot of people who do not care about the race and ethnicity of the other person. That's number one. And number two, there are a lot of people that fetishize. And so, yeah, I think, but it's true. There are a lot of people who are very sort of ethnic centric with their dating. They say, I only date such and such, and I find it disgusting.
As someone who's a very real, I consider him like a cynical realist, you know, I'll probably hire a face for that.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
Do you agree with me on what I just said about the gay community there?
Yes.
Yes.
But I think SF is generally like an exception to that.
It
But
is,
Continue,
it is.
continue your next lesson about
Okay.
content creation.
okay.
Also, wait, do you do content creation?
Say,
You're leaving tomorrow?
maybe I got my wife and fucking. I'm trying to move the flights. Fuck it.
There is. I'm actually part of the cabal. I'm not content creation, but I'm part of the cabal. People who are.
The people.
Do you know the Anthropic girl?
the Anthropic girl?
You have my attention.
Madeline Zane. This girl.
Should I hook up the microphone?
To the Linux Foundation's
Wait, are
new
you still
Agentic
streaming?
AI Foundation.
Maybe.
Anthropic has
Are you
been
fucking
as well
recording
as
audio right now?
Maybe.
That's.
Do you want me to delete it?
Is it?
I can delete it.
Hang on. What shit have I been saying, bro?
Nothing.
nothing yet. Nothing
You're
yet.
telling me. You're talking about
There's
the
like a
people-
million signs in this goddamn building saying, "Do not fucking take."
You
photos
said
of
okay.
this." What now? That's retroactive, dude.
I will destroy it.
What have I said? Did I say anything homophobic? Am I
No.
cancelled?
No, you're fine.
Right.
There's okay.
I said we're putting the G and UGC is gay.
Oh,
Am I done?
okay.
Am I gonna get cancelled?
Views zero.
Where's
Zero.
No, we can delete it. Quick.
Do you want me to delete it?
Pull it out. It's all good.
What?
It's all good. It's all good. I'll just make sure I don't say anything anymore.
It doesn't matter. You had zero views.
Called Cabal.
You don't understand like how unpopular I am.
Wait.